Shut up. Just put the pen down, Taylor. There are some Taylor Swift songs that I can only listen to when I'm in the right frame of mind, and that is either absolutely ecstatically happy with life and having the best time and I can detach away from the lyrics, or I've got to be on the floor, miserable, crying, and I need something to get me through. I'm in neither of those places right now, so I don't know how this is going to go, but let's listen to what I think is the most heartbreaking song on the Tortured Poets Department, loml, loml, that well-known acronym, isn't it? That stands for Love of My Life. Doesn't it, Taylor? Taylor? Hey, I'm Dan. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I am going to have a listen to this with you. Come along with me. We're going to listen to the lyrics, pick it apart a little bit, and probably cry. She sat down at that piano and was like, I'm going to cause destruction.
She knew what she was doing.
The thing is, it even sounds romantic. It sounds like a love song that you'd have walking down the aisle, doesn't it? She sets you up for like this romantic, lovely fairy tale, and then just pulls you out of it so fast and so hard. I'm not ready.
Who's gonna stop us from...
The way she says stop. Like, this is what I say. I've stopped it already, but people criticize Taylor Swift for not having like this massive vocal range, vocal ability, and riffing all over the place. But my argument is always, out of every singer, I think she carries the most emotion in her voice, and she really plays with it. It's almost like theatrical. So when she says things like stop in that way, it cuts through, right? Right, sorry. Let's try again.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames?
I'm sorry for stop it. No, right, okay. I'll get through another line.
If we know the steps anyway.
Taylor! Oh, Tay-Tay. It's like, I always think this, it reminds me of the saying, it takes two to tango, right? So they are tangoing, they're waltzing their way through life, dancing through life, skimming the surface. And who's going to stop them from dancing back together and dancing the same dance they've done before? They know the steps so well that they don't need anyone to help them. They need someone to stop them, but no one is. And oh, Tay-Tay.
We embroidered the memories of the time I was away.
We embroidered the memories of the time I was away, stitching We Were Just Kids, Babe. It's like looking back with rose-tinted glasses, isn't it? It's like they're sitting together and they're embroidering We Were Just Kids, Babe. And it's like something nice and pretty, and they're looking at it and they've spent time together fabricating these memories that are false because they haven't had a good time together. She's left and now they're back together. Like,
I said I don't mind, it takes time.
I said I don't mind, it takes time. I thought I was better safe than starry-eyed. Like, it's like better safe than sorry. I said I don't mind, it takes time. She did mind. She did mind. Like, she wanted more than this is, but she's settling. She's going back into a situation because she wants the security of the familiarity of pushing her own feelings aside just to be with somebody because this person says that she's the love of his life. I'm sorry, but this is pain. This is pain.
Felt a glow like this, never before and never since. In one glimpse, it's legendary.
If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. Love at first sight. She's idolizing this idea of love at first sight, romance, falling fast, falling hard, falling deep, saying it's legendary. But it's legendary in two senses, because legendary can mean like amazing, yes, legendary and great, and like Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. But also legendary is false and fake. It's a legend, it's a story, it's a tale, it's a myth. It doesn't really happen. I need to calm down. I need to calm down.
Still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried.
Oh man, the relationship is dead. It's dead, but they can't bring themselves to put it in the ground and draw a line under it and throw dirt on the coffin. They can't let go. They can't let go. And then she says, in your suit and tie, in the nick of time, you low down boy, you stand up guy, Holy Ghost, you told me I'm the love of your life. The funeral, the marriage, the wedding, Holy Ghost.
The love of your life.
And also, when I first listened to this, I was like, love of your life. I'm guessing at the end, she's going to turn it into you're the love of my life and like flip reverse it. I was so confident and sure and safe. I'm still not ready to hear that line again.
I'm the love of your life. About 1,000,000 times.
Oh, the way she says times, like, it gets me every single time. It's almost childish. It's almost like sulky, but it's reflective, and there's so much hurt and pain, and she just sounds defeated, I think is what she sounds. I need to hear it again.
About 1,000,000 times.
Oh, it hurts. Our Tay knows how to get you in the jugular, doesn't she? She knows how to make you cry. She knows how to make it hurt. Right. Verse 2.
Who's gonna tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate?
She says it again, like, who's going to tell me? Who's going to tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate and told me I reformed you? Who's going to tell me the truth? And she says it earlier on, doesn't she? She says, who's going to stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? Like, no one can stop them. It's a bad idea. Everyone around them knows it's a bad idea, but no one's going to stop them. No one's going to tell her the truth. People don't. It's like you're with somebody, and then when you break up, they're like, oh, I never liked them anyway. And you're like, you could have told me. Like, oh yeah, that person was never right for you. Oh, I didn't know that. You should have told me. That's what it feels like. This next bit's one of my favourites.
When your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fake. You took me to hell too.
It's so much meaning, because there's like a literal meaning in that. Like, when your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes, well, you took me to hell too. Like, literally, he's bought these paintings, these impressionist paintings, and they're not real. And he finds that out, and he takes it out on her. And it's not her fault. She has nothing to do with it. But he drags her down, and she has to bear the brunt of his big man feelings. And it's just painful. But there's also like a figurative side to this, where he's done the paintings himself. And they're impressionist paintings. They're not realist. They're not realistic paintings of their description. But he has showed her. He showed her colours he knows she can't see with anyone else. He has showed her these paintings of heaven, and they turn out to be hell, and they're not real. And they're both dragged down because they've believed this big idealistic vision of what they're in, paradise, and it turns out to be the opposite. Oh man. Oh man.
A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme.
That. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme. Like, he has conned her into believing that this rapid descent into adoration, admiration, lust and love and passion is real, and it's not. It's a scheme. It's fake. He's conned her, and it harks back to like the smallest man who ever lived bridge, were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? And when she says, you deserve prison, but you won't get time, and he's a con man. Like, these songs are also linked. That they've got to be about the same person. They have that. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme. I think that's one of my favourite ever Tay lyrics. It's got like, shut up. Just put the pen down, Taylor. Put the pen down.
Like this, never before, and ever since we cinephile in black and white.
That reminds me of the paintings as well, like you cinephile in black and white. So she's talking about these paintings that are fake in whatever way you look at it. And then she's talking about he's a cinephile in black and white movies. And it's this artistic fiction. It's how you portray fiction through film and through paintings and through art. I mean, he sounds pretentious as well, doesn't he? Let's be real. Like, what a pretentious douchebag.
Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry.
Mr. Steal Your Girl and Make Her Cry is the lyric. It doesn't really fit because suddenly there's another person involved and she's suggesting that he has stolen her away from someone else and made her cry. It's giving going to Matty Healy and leaving Joe, isn't it? But either way, whoever it's about, and it doesn't really matter. Oh, I talked in my last video about how Champagne Problems is one of her best bridges lyrically, and this is such a close second. Oh, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. I'm going to cry already.
You should talk to me.
That change as well in like these, I'm not a musician, but it goes from these light, higher pitched kind of almost like a wedding-y entrance song, and then it gets to the bridge and her voice deepens and the music deepens and it goes down and it's just so foreboding. Is that the word? Foreboding. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. It's so foreboding and okay, be brave.
Table, talking rings and talking cradles.
You shit talked me under the table. It's like you've bullshit me under the table. Talking rings and talking cradles. This is Taylor, innit? She can't just be like, we talked about getting married, we talked about having kids. She's like, no, we were talking rings and cradles. Like, we weren't even talking about the prospect of getting married and the prospect of having kids. We were into the detail. We were talking about what rings we'd have at the wedding and what cradles we'd have in the nursery. You got to the nitty gritty of it. Shut up. Shut up. Because then she says,
I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all.
ah! No. Stop it. Illegal. Absolute. It's not real, is it? It's not real.
Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed?
It's just, what did she say? Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed because something counterfeit is dead? It's like the phantoms, I'm guessing the phantoms are them. Like it's the ghosts of them dancing on the terrace, happy in the past, looking in to what is now the situation. And are they secondhand embarrassed? They're embarrassed of her and how her life has turned out because she can't get out of bed. They're embarrassed of her and what her life has become because now she can't get out of bed because her depression and her misery is so bad that she is paralyzed in the place of slumber because something counterfeit's dead. And it goes back to the painting again because you have counterfeit paintings and it's
It was unnecessary, should've let it stay buried.
Oh, their harmonies on the should've let it stay buried, like but it's like it was legendary, it was momentary, it was unnecessary, should have let it stayed buried. Like the progression in those 4 lines alone of it was legendary, it was love at first sight, it was this miraculous, amazing love, and then it was momentary and it's not lasted forever and it was just a very temporary thing and it was unnecessary and it should never have happened. We should have let it stay buried. We should never have got back together. Like that progression. Shut up.
Oh, what a valiant roar. What a bland goodbye.
What a valiant roar. What a bland goodbye. Bland. Bland is such, that word, bland, is the worst word. It's like, there's just nothing to it. Bland. Oh.
The coward claimed he was a lion.
The coward claimed he was a lion. Imagine someone writing a song about you and being like, the coward claimed he was a lion. I would never recover. And that again, I'm sorry for pausing it so much. I'm combing through the braids of lies. Like, in But Daddy I Love Him, she's like, dutiful daughter, my plans were laid, tender was tucked into a woven braid. Like, it just, again, like, she's alluded to something that reminds me of The Smallest Man, and now the But Daddy I Love Him. And that story of like, if you follow it through the album, so But Daddy I Love Him, she loves this man. No, she needs to convince people that she loves him, and everyone's talking about how bad he is for her, but she's like, I don't care, it's my reputation, it's my name, I'm going to put it on the line, I'm willing to, it's my choice. And then she's like, he told me I was the love of his life, and we got back together, and we shouldn't have done it, and why have we done it? And he said he was a lion, but he actually was a coward. And then she writes, the smallest man who ever lived, and she's like, were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? And that progression of the storyline through the album is just, do you know what? Think about it too much, it would hurt, wouldn't it?
I feel the dreams engulfed in fire at your somber eyes till I die. You're the loss of my life.
Criminal. That, shut up. Like, flipping it to say you're the loss of my life. I remember when I first heard that song, and I'm not even joking, she said you're the loss of my life, and I was like, I was so stunned. It took my breath away. Like, that whole storyline, the whole, everything about it. I love everything about it. I love the way that it sounds like a wedding song. I love the fact that, again, it's just her at her piano, just sharing the most intricate, intimate details of her life and her relationship. And also the run on the album is crazy because it goes, I can fix him, no really I can, to loml, so loss of my life, to I can do it with a broken heart. So she's gone from like, I can fix him, this is, don't worry about me, I've got this is right, I know what I'm doing, to, oh, it was a mistake and I'm going to be devastated by it forever because it was the loss of my life and I shouldn't have even opened up that can of worms, and now I have, and I'm just devastated and beyond it. And then she's like, right, I've got to go back to work, I've got to go on the stage, I've got the Eras tour to go, I can do it with a broken heart, come on, let's go, I'm so depressed, but I act like it's my birthday every day. And then it's the smallest man who ever lived, and she's like, anger and fury and just, shut up. I'll tell you what, her next album, it needs to be another 1989, all right? Because I cannot do this anymore. I hope you enjoyed going through that with me. If there's any songs you'd like me to talk about and cover, please let me know. By Taylor Swift, by any other artist. I should probably do a happier song next, shouldn't I? I probably won't though. I do like to get in my feelings. But if you did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button. Please share with a friend. Please comment, please like, all that stuff. And I will see you again really soon. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. Dan. Why did I say my name? Why did I just say my name? What the fuck is wrong with me?